Hello everybody. It's White and Nerdy Man, back with another episode of Slay the Spire, round 2 of Daily Challenge Time, or Daily Climb, I should say. Alrighty, it's been a good past couple of days. I hope you guys have been doing well and enjoying the new content that I've been uploading. Hoping to do this at least on a more semi-regular basis, and the Daily Climb will be a large part of that. So let's go ahead and see what challenge awaits us in the Daily Climb. So we're going with the silent, kind of like what we did last time. Today is March the 3rd's challenge, even though technically the recording date that I'm doing this is March the 2nd. I think it just switched over not too long ago. Alright, we have Specialized. Start with 5 copies of a single card. Hoarder, whenever you add a card to your deck, add 2 additional copies. You can no longer remove cards from your deck of the Merchant. Oh boy. So we'll really have to consider what kind of stuff goes into our deck. And then we have Deadly Events. Question mark rooms can now contain elites, but are also more likely to contain treasure rooms. So it's kind of similar to the first Daily Climb, if I remember correctly. I wish it would have been a different class of the Silent, but it's the Daily Climb. That's what it is. So let's go ahead and just embark. After this Daily Climb is over, I will record whenever I have a chance. I probably will be going to bed after this, old man Chad over here. I'll be starting the Watcher episodes to see if we can ascend and slay the Spire with the Watcher, a brand new character class that was added about a month ago. But now, it's time for a challenge. So we have 5 copies of Adrenaline, which is really great, actually. They're all no-cost cards. But exactly how many copies of that do we get? 2 per one? Oh my gosh, my brain's hurting. So much adrenaline. We're just gonna have a turn. We're just gonna have the turns that just are pure energy synergy, as it were. But let's go ahead and let's sally forth. We'll pick a lane here. But yeah, I'm hoping to just keep on rolling with the series as much and as long as I possibly can. It's been very enjoyable for me. If anything, just to have fun doing something, playing a game that I really enjoy. He's going to start coming at us with 3 damage. We're going to try to be quicker. I know I always say this with my videos, especially in Slay the Spire. We're going to try to play at a quicker pace. That way this episode does not drag on for ever and forever. Amen, as it were. We will be taking 9 damage this turn, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and just get rid of some of these adrenalines. Oh, and that actually is doing us much more than what I thought. I kind of missed the draw 2 cards. I'm kind of in a weird mood today. It's in a little bit of a funk. I don't know. How many more cards? It's just purely defend and adrenalines. I mean, I could keep adrenaline till my next attack. We just keep on doing that, just kind of scum it a little bit. So much adrenaline, so much energy. I have no idea what to do with myself. There we go. Just kind of twiddling our thumbs there. All right, we got our first combat over with by a lot of adrenaline. Surprises the Silent's kidneys aren't going to rupture or anything like that. And we can go ahead and pick a card. Let's go ahead and pick Backflip to get some card draw. Well, I don't know. Adrenaline has plenty of card draw, and we have like tons and tons of adrenaline. Let's just go for Sucker Punch. Why not? I was thinking about Poison Stab, but I tend to kind of do a little bit of faux pas at the last second when it comes to a card. You come across an inconspicuous pedestal with a shining gold idol sitting peacefully atop. It looks incredibly valuable. You sure don't see any traps nearby? Oh, of course we do. So we're going to get a Curse, which is really 1 card in the face of 30. We can take the damage, or we can lose max HP. Let me look at the map and see exactly where we are in relation to the next healing. Let's not take damage. 1 injury in the midst of the sea of adrenaline that we have is going to be negligible, I think. And let's go ahead and go to the Merchant. We are not going to be able to remove a card. If you remember the parameters here, and just in case if you forget, I can highlight over them periodically. Let's go ahead and can't buy any relics, unfortunately. Could buy a potion, could buy some more cards. Piercing Well's a good one. The good thing is that with adrenaline, it will get out of our deck eventually if we just keep using it, but we don't want to just blow through it all at once, especially for the longer and the more difficult fights. let's just skip for now. I really don't need any more cards at the moment, even though we're not allowed to remove cards by means of our friendly neighborhood merchant. But let's just go to the next combat real quick. Now, once again, I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Hoping to get more of an audience. Hoping to, anyway. But we'll just see how it goes. Oh, we got 2 copies of the card. Oh, man. Am I a dingus? Since we got 1 curse, we got 3 curses. So we'll definitely have to keep that in mind. Oh, that's not necessarily good. So we're going to do Survivor to discard that. Strike. Let's just roll through some adrenalines in here just so we can get another strike. Another adrenaline? Why, sure. My adrenaline is pumping. And we're just continually in this weird cycle of gaining so much energy and discarding all these cards. Here's Sucker Punch again. That's right, because whenever we get a card, we get 2 copies of it. So, you know, this could be the ultimate battle of attrition, but hey, you know, a victory is a victory as far as I'm concerned. Let's get some money, because now we have the Golden Idol relic. We get 25% more gold. Got a skill potion. We're going to add a card to our deck, or 3 cards to our deck, as it were. Oh, let's just go quick slash. Let's just keep the card draw going and, you know, keep on adding so many cards. Part of me just wants to kind of get ridiculous and just to see how, if we can get as many cards as we can. I'm really hoping that the final boss of this run won't be the, I forget his name. It's the Time something or another. It's like the gigantic snail thing. I don't know if we've seen it in this Let's Play or not. Honestly, it's just been so long since the past series of episodes. I have regrettably forgotten. We're gonna get slash action going on this cultist. I want to still play carefully and consider what I am doing, but similarly, once again, trying to go for speed, not enough energy. Haha. Well, Adrenaline has something to say about that. Just quick slash him to death. I'm just going to keep on drawing and drawing and drawing. This is absolutely ridiculous. And we're going to collect our spoils. Add another card to our deck, or another however many cards. We could really go crazy with accuracy. It's just too bad we don't really have cards that are producing shift for us right now. We can go Poison Stab or Outmaneuver. Next turn, gain that much energy. Poison Stab, sure. Just keep the offensive cards coming. Why not? This will work out really good whenever we get the rare cards. And we're coming up to our first elite right now. Let's see if we can just raffle stomp this Yahoo in just 1 turn. We're going to try it. We're going to go ahead and make that bet, guys. We'll see if we can just absolutely annihilate this fellow. Using pure adrenaline. Well, pure adrenaline. And it just, just keeps on rolling, just like the good times, according to Smash Mouth. Let's do some block, because we're running out of room in our hand. We can only have a maximum of 10 cards in our hand. Here we go. A Poison Stab, a Quick Slash, a Strike, some more Adrenaline, another Quick Slash. Hey, Adrenaline, yo dog, heard you like Adrenaline. Sucker Punch. This is getting, ludicrous. We still have 6 Adrenalines left in our deck. It's absolutely ridiculous. In the best kind of way. This is actually quite hilarious. Okay, we have finally stopped drawing Adrenaline. We could not beat this elite in 1 turn, but it's okay. It's okay. This is this is why I love the daily challenge. It just opens the window to all sorts of different kinds of ridiculousness, and usually will let you have some pretty OP relic combinations as well. And by combinations, I mean just like an absolute avalanche of relics. That helps out quite well. Whenever you play 10 cards, draw a card. Well, I think we'll have no issue with playing 10 cards due to Adrenaline. Bullet Time. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. Reduce the cost of all cards to your hand 0 this turn. That's favorable, but this would work out super well, I think, with this current build of just drawing cards like an absolute maniac, thanks to Adrenaline, because we will deal 12 damage. And whenever I play a card this turn, the enemy loses 3 HP. That's just, that's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. Let's go ahead and camp. We can upgrade upgrade one of our tens of thousands of adrenaline that's currently polluting our deck. What happens if we upgrade Choke? Loses 5 HP. Well, sure. I mean, it's almost moot to upgrade one card in the midst of, 42, but, hey, whenever we draw it, we'll be thanking ourselves later. Let's go to this next question mark, almost said exclamation point, and we're going to take down this Thief. 10 damage, psh, not on my watch because you're going to get choked, you see. And we're going to go ahead and draw some card with Adrenaline. Got a nice stab you with a neutralize, quick slash you. You're taking just all the more damage because you're getting choked to death. Adrenaline. We're going to poison stab you again, and I mean, he's just going to go down, like, as long as we don't have an enemy or a boss that will restrict the amount of cards that we can play a turn, we could just essentially just wear him down, Fairy in a bottle. Ooh, yes, that's essentially an extra life. I will gladly take that, and they must have updated it from the last time that I played this, Slay the Spire, because it used to be just heal 10% of max HP instead of 30. So, hey, that's a definite plus. I will take that. I will take that over a nerf any day. Let's just go ahead and skip. We're getting way too many cards at this point, and I think especially with the choke synergy, it's going to be, we'll see if this challenge can play itself. But we're going to open that chest, a letter opener. Every time he plays 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. I mean, it's just, it's like it's asking for just this ludicrousness that is unfolding, but I love every second. Once again, if you guys have any considerations as to making a custom run or something like that, or setting some ridiculous parameters for me to follow, not necessarily restricted by the game, but just, out of my honor code, Scout's Honor and all that good stuff, I will gladly take the suggestions into consideration. It would be cool to switch things up in an already really awesome game. Same thing, we're just gonna go for it, we're gonna keep getting that massive card draw, thanks to all of our relics and cards and everything in between. It's just utter mayhem. And he's taking damage just because of all the skills that we're playing this turn. I mean, we're just rolling right along here, gang. We might encounter our Achilles heel coming up here on the later floors, but so far I'm feeling pretty good about this run. Actually, we'll see how it continues to go. Deal 6 damage for each attack played this turn. Honestly, this sounds like a really good idea, especially if we're able to just like roll a ridiculous number of attacks. Yeah. It's just, I'm going to call this, you see, whenever I have a really good build going on, especially one that I think that I can take home a run victory with, I will give the build a name, and we're going to call this one the Avalanche build. Yes, we could have called it Adrenaline, but I mean, that just feels, I don't know, unoriginal? Perhaps. But regardless, we're going to stab this fungal beast with all sorts of different kinds of stabs. We're going to Adrenaline. Get some card draw. He's going to die next turn of poison, so we're going to focus our efforts on the next ratty fellow here. Yeah, see what I mean? Just how ridiculous that this is going to be for the finisher. I mean, and boom, just like that, combats are over. It's this one may not feel as exciting just because it's just like, oh gosh, here we go. Okay, 1,000 cuts, whenever you play a card, deal 1 damage to all enemies. It's 2, and we will get 3 copies of it. And soon we're going to start drowning out our adrenalines, which is kind of going to be antithetical for the build that we're going here. I don't know. It's tempting. We could really start dealing out the hurt with that, but we'll skip it. As always, you guys might decry my decisions, and I may or may not blame you. That's okay. Okay. Let us see how this goes. So, essentially with Choke, we're going to kill one of these guys instantaneously. So, why not? Adrenaline once to weaken you in the back, just in case if we run out of adrenaline for some strange reason. Let's go another Adrenaline. Everybody gets damaged just because of my letter opener. This is going so fantastically well. Get you in the back. Let's just keep going. We'll say finisher for last, just for dramatic effect. Sucker Punch you. Strike you. Adrenaline one more time, just so I can get the energy. And look at that, finisher. Just boom. And we're just going to be ironic and just let the other guy die of poison. This This is nuts. I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are as well. We'll go ahead and skip. I think we've got plenty of attack cards to work with now. We're just going to upgrade. And let's go ahead. What happens if we upgrade Adrenaline? We gain 2 energy and draw 2 cards. I mean, with as many Adrenalines as we have, it's almost, once again, a moot point. So, let's just upgrade a Finisher. Yeah, that way it'll really bring the pain whenever we're able to deal out some serious damage and serious number of attacks in a single turn. We'll see how far the strategy can take us, but I am excited for the possibilities, that is for sure. We're gonna hit the Louse back there. We're gonna hit him again. And hit him a 3rd time to kill him. Adrenaline, just to get some card draw going on in there. We almost have enough to kill Rat Fellow over there. And, yeah, with that, we're bringing it home. Absolutely fantastic. How enjoyable is that? Honestly, we probably should have just started to go for elites. Oh, okay, 0 cost, Masterful Stab. And the way that we're going, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to Smith to upgrade. We're already on our first boss gang, and I don't even know what time it is thanks to the modifiers. I think the modifiers take up the normal run time slot. Let's just go ahead and upgrade a Choke, but we can keep the passive damage going on in there with 48 cards. We're facing the Dawn Slime, though honestly we could have just scrolled up to the top of the screen in order to see that. Yeah, immediately, just choke him, quick slash him, neutralize him even. Get some adrenaline going in there. More adrenaline. Another quick slash. Some more adrenaline. Just letter opening. I mean, this guy is just getting worn down already. We're going to Sucker Punch. We're almost going to make him split just from this. We're running out of card space. Masterful Stabby Stab. Let's see. 8 times 6. Mental math is failing me. 40 something. Oh man, I am so sorry, guys. I'm having a complete and total brain fart right now. 48. Okay, we almost have enough to kill him. At this point. Actually, yeah, just like that, absolutely dead. This build so far is something else. I'm really enjoying the prospects of it. Okay, so we have a chance to see. We could get even more adrenaline because we're adrenaline junkies. So sure, why not? It seems to be complementing our build pretty well. I am really hoping it's not that daggone Time Lord slug or whatever it is. Okay, so we have our choice of relic here. With the Ring of the Snake, at the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards, or we can just draw 1 additional card, period. Cursed Key, gain energy at the start of your turn. Whenever you open a non-boss chest, obtain a curse. Not optimal since we're going to get 2 copies of that curse, along with the original copy of the curse. And during boss and elite combats, gain energy at the start of your turn. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go for that one. We're going to try, especially with this build being absolutely bananas, with the way that it is functioning right now, we're going to go elite hunting. We're going to go find them elites, and we're going to take them down. Yes, sure, Bob, sure tells her. So, let's just start with next combat. This daily climb might be a shorter episode, just because, holy calamities scream insanity, as they say. We're going to get some strike and action going on here. We're going to adrenaline. Poison stabbed. That guy is going to die in quite the hurry, just because he's getting choked to death. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving on to the next fellow. Yep, he's already dead. Guys, this build, once again, this is why I love the daily challenge. We have enough to kill. Just whack it, and there it goes. No! Will I say yes? 15 gold. Add card to deck. There's no point. Let's just, we're gonna see how far we can just blitz to the end like this. If only only achievements could be unlocked on Daily Climb, but that'd just make it too easy. Ooh, here we go. Scaling City, you notice a wall covered in the writing of ancients. As you try to wrap your head around what the puzzling symbols and glyphs can mean, the writing begins to glow. Suddenly, the message becomes clear. We can remove a card from our deck or upgrade all strikes and defense. And honestly, just go ahead and do that. We really don't have the flexibility to remove things like we would like, so the truth is always simple. And succinctly, we will continue on. We're going to be coming up on our first elite right here. Let's actually aim for this one, because the store is in our pathway. That way we can try to buy a new relic. Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to lose all my gold, not before the store. You encounter a group of bandits wearing large red masks. Hello, pay up to pass. A reasonable fee of all your gold will do. No, I'm going to fight. It's like a little mini boss / elite encounter. We're going to go ahead and masterful stab the guy who's intending to attack. We're going to adrenaline to get some more card draw. Yay, more adrenaline, like I was hoping to see. I got a little nervous there for a second, not gonna lie. Let us do adrenaline again. Just to keep the pain doling out. That guy is dead. We're gonna get Romeo here in the middle. And because of letter opener, they receive some extra damage. I think this is the first time that we've encountered these lovely fellows this run, so interesting enough. Could play the finisher, but I'm going to wait. Deal 9 damage. Sure, why not? We're going to deal 7 damage. It just keeps on rolling for us. We're going to get a neutralize in there. Sadly, we have ran out of our adrenalines for this turn, so we're just going to use the finisher on that guy. That way we don't get the debuff. No, bear! Yeah, too bad. I don't know what he's going to be doing, but you will pay for this, he says. I don't know what he's intending to do. Just kind of stand there and, get dead. You cannot face the adrenaline junkie build. We're going to take our money, and we get the red mask relic. At the start of each combat, apply 1 week to all enemies. Nifty. And we could get a liquid memories potion. Let's get rid of the skill potion and replace it with that. That way, if we want to get a masterful stab back or something like that. I was about to say we could be able to get adrenaline back, but it only takes it from the discard pile. Choose a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand. It costs 0. But adrenaline gets exhausted whenever you use it. So, you could have 3 innate backstabs. That might mess up the... Oh no, I did not mean to click a card. Which one did I click again? Infinite Blades. Sure, why not? With as much energy as adrenaline is providing us, we could just go ahead and get those and have free shivs at the start of each turn. Why not? Let's go to the store with all this money that's just clinking in our pockets. Unfortunately, once again, we cannot remove cards. That's just how it's going to go this run, and we are going to consider our options. Meat on the bone. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. Ooh, here we go. We can raise our max HP with this. And then Clockwork Souvenir. Actually, we have enough for both. Why not, I say. Let's load up and just keep on trucking. This might be the quickest Slay the Spire run that I've ever done. You heard it here, folks. Let's go ahead and do Infinite Blades. And do Masterful Stab. We're going to start our Adrenaline action here. Quick Slash. Yes. Poison Stab. Also a yes. Strike. Most definitely. I'm sorry if I'm not necessarily playing with much tactics, but I mean, like, the way that everything is going right now, it's kind of just, playing itself, honestly. Let's see if we burn through all of our adrenalines. Not yet. Not yet. And he's going to die from choking. Choking Hazard. Hey, there we go. That's another good consideration for this build name, Choking Hazard. And then let's just get the extra HP. Just because we're ridiculous. And we're coming for you, Elite. elites, I should say, and now we have extra energy because of one of our lovely relics. We're gonna hit him with a strike. We're gonna start our adrenaline rush. Sucker punch you. Sucker punch you again. Stab you just for good measure, in a poisoned manner of speaking. Stab you again, just regular this time, don't want to go overboard. We're going to go infinite blades, just so that next turn, you know, we can get some shiv action going on these guys. We're going to start stabbing this next guy. More adrenaline coming in. Another stab. Some more adrenaline. We'll see if this ends our adrenaline rush. Hardly. But we're going to add some defense just in case. We are playing so many cards in a single turn. How ridiculous, but in such a wonderful way this is. And, you know, we're just going to keep on going through all the adrenalines on planet Earth. Oh, gosh. And we're just going to choke this guy just for the heck of it. Could do infinite blades again, but I mean, just... Okay, I think we have... Holy crap! 60 damage because we have played so many attacks this turn. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And there we go. Elite eaten up in one turn. We're going to get our money. Rightfully so. We'll heal an additional 15 HP if we enter rest site. If we take damage. So far that has not happened yet, I don't think. Oh. That would be good, but we'll skip for now. Just add the HP to us. We could do a campfire to upgrade one of our cards. Followed by another store. We can have a question mark there. We do want to go to the elite, but technically we can do that after this next treasure chest. So we'll just do that. We'll go for a flat upgrade of one of our, you know, tons and tons and tons and tons of cards. We will upgrade... How about a quick slash? Yeah. Greater damage and still one card draw, but hey, card draw is card draw. We're going to go for this combat, and oh, this insufferable thing. This might be where this build is going to be a little bit affected by it, because he's going to gain block proportional to how many times he takes damage this turn. That's incredibly annoying. I really hate this enemy a lot. So we're really going to have to be striking through some pretty bad defenses. We'll see how far we can push it with this guy this turn. So far we have a ton of debuffs on him. Quick slash, yeah, just going for it at this point. Adrenaline strike and a masterful stab for your face. We're gonna strike you again. Sadly, this I think that actually, oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be enough to kill him. Oh man, that finisher combo with it is just so... Oh, it's wonderful. I'm tempted to say OP, but as I always like to say with this game, you know, whenever a roguelike is out to get you and it pulls out all the stops to kill you, then nothing that you can do is OP, at least in my opinion. Might just be coming from a scrub here. We'll skip. I honestly think that we're in a good spot, card-wise, that we really don't need to add too much more to our deck. We're going to open a chest to get a Paper Crane. Enemies with weak field deal 40% less damage rather than 25. This is going to be great for our current build. And on to the next elite. Whoo boy, look at the size of that one. Oh yeah, we're going to take him down right there. Yeah, that's the Book of Stabbing, you see? We're going to nail his shuck-a-duck. No adrenalines. Oh man, this might be the first time that we take damage this run. How's about that? Yeah, I think it's just inevitable at this point. But it's okay. We've actually been doing fairly well. Yeah, let's go ahead and poison stab him. Crap. That's okay. There's really nothing else that we can do. Yep. Alrighty. Well, gang, this will be our first bit of damage. 6 for this entire run. That is not bad. We're over halfway done with this run, and this is just the first time that we've taken damage. We're going to do a shiv here. Get another masterful stab in there, and a second masterful stab. Adrenaline. Here we go. This is what I'm liking to see. I'm thinking, yeah. But honestly, we're starting to take some damage here. Yeah, as soon as we stopped drawing adrenaline, it just kind of, everything is falling apart. Ugh. Come on, adrenaline, there you go. Let's choke ya. Let's adrenaline ya. Quick slash. Poison stab. Let's see. That'll be 24. Let's just keep going. Oh. And here we go. Okay, so we did not come out of that battle unscathed, but that is okay. We are still rocking and rolling and doing pretty darn well as far as I'm concerned. Let's go ahead and, once again, not take any more cards just to alleviate any of those circumstances in which that we would not have adrenaline in our hands, because we need that for sure. Alright, and speaking of adrenaline, oh, my sweet friend, adrenaline. Oh, yes. A poison stab, and just keep on rolling. Keeping the energy coming in. Keeping all this wonderful stuff. We're in a bit of a precarious situation here, guys, but it's okay. He's going to die next turn, so let's just go ahead and do Finisher. Got him almost halfway down. Not a bad turn. Once again, we almost need to get adrenaline and another card draw so we can just keep on keeping on rolling with the adrenaline. And that's just the strategy that we're just going to keep on going as soon as we have in our hand. That's what we're playing for. Gonna choke you. Gonna sucker punch you. Gonna adrenaline. Gonna adrenaline again. And boom. Dead. Choked to death. Yeah, I'm really liking how this is going there, guys. So much fun. This game just has so many endless possibilities with all the different combinations that can be done, adding the extra parameters from the daily challenge. You can just have some really crazy stuff, and it's just such a wonderful euphoric feeling. And speaking of euphoria, a chest. When I least expected it. Start each combat with an additional energy. That'll actually be pretty helpful. Just in case if we don't have enough or something like that. Okay, here is annoying caw birds. So let's go apply choke on the strongest enemy because we have plenty of cards to play. Oh, trust me. I'm gonna go adrenaline, masterful stab this Yahoo, neutralize him as well. I'm just gonna keep on going, see how many attacks we could possibly do. Have all. I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit too fast and it's hard for you guys to follow. I'm just kind of. It's almost muscle memory now at this point with this build. This is fantastic. I'm quite enjoying myself if you can't tell. We almost have enough to kill this guy. In fact, 2 finishers. This'll do it. And boom. And then we'll just let the birdie die of poison once again, just to be ironic. Whammo. Man, we may have this daily challenge in the bag, but the only thing that I'm nervous about is that daggone snail time lord creature thing. With that boss, he will only let you play 12 cards in a given turn, technically. But every time you play 12 cards, it doesn't matter what turn it's on, then he skips the rest of your turn, whatever you have left, and he gains a strength. And he is very powerful. I don't like him very much. So yeah, we will hope, but we'll also have to make it past this next boss. So we're on to boss number 2, guys. I feel like that we're making incredible timing with this run. And sorry if I just keep yakking. That's just you know, it's adrenaline. Yuck yuck. Womp womp womp. Okay, we will upgrade infinite blades. That would make it innate, useful, but it would reduce our chance of getting adrenaline. Let's just do it on our last choke. It'd be awesome if we could get multiple stacks of choke on an enemy in one turn. So now we're facing a collector, and we'll see how this goes. This could be a very interesting fight. It could be a quick fight. It could be a long fight. We're just gonna have to see. So far, so good. We're getting plenty of adrenaline on the incoming. I don't mind using infinite blades just in case. Certainly don't mind a Masterful Stab or a Poison Stab or any other kind of stab. Finisher, most certainly. We're getting multiple stacks of choke on this guy now, and I think we might be able to kill him in one turn. Just look at all the stuff that's happened to him. 6 times 9. Look at all that damage. Yeah, he's a goner. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, boss number 2 is out. He is completely struck out. Holy crap, this build. I'm in love. Oh, and look, more adrenaline. Let's just keep adding adrenaline to this deck. Goodness gracious. Okay, this relic would be so antithetical to our build. It is not even funny. We're going to stay away from it. The extra energy is not worth it at all. We could, let's just do, yeah, Empty Cage, just to get the curses out of our deck, you know? Why not? Alright, we get to see what that final boss will be. Is it? Oh no, it is him. Oh, I guess the game will only let me have so much fun for so long. You know, it only makes sense. Sometimes I feel like the game just kind of sees what you're trying to do and will plant the boss that's the most inconvenient for your purposes as it possibly can find. Oh, the little fart knocker. Alrighty, well, let us venture forward. And we'll see if any of these creatures can snarf the builds that we're trying to go for. But yeah, I'm feeling pumped, guys. This has been going super well so far. Much better than I ever thought it was going to be, actually. I thought that this daily climb might have been a bust, but hey, so far, so good. I'm going to do a Masterful Stab on here, just getting the choke action going. I'm sorry I'm not narrating as much. It's just so much is processing at once, and it's such a good way, too, just because everything is just working so beautifully and harmoniously with each other. This is quite a good deck, I must say. I would love to keep it for all my future builds. And boom, just like that, combat over. It's that adrenaline, man. It's just so OP being able to play all those at once, but we are really going to have to watch ourselves whenever we get to the Time Lord thing, because it is tough, and it will automatically skip our turn if we play too many cards, so I don't know. We may not win it just because it's that boss, but we'll just have to see. We will just have to see, guys. And we're going to go ahead and aim more towards question marks. And hello, Merchant. I was not expecting that. Cartridge Exhaust, when played, will instead discard 50% of the time. That's fantastic. Fantastic enough to buy, I might say. Oh, sure, let's buy the potion that just gives us extra max HP. Yeah, not too shabby, not a bad arrangement. Let's just keep going on to the next question mark. Oh yeah, it's because of deadly events that an elite hasn't a chance to spawn. Terrifying, but it's okay. Because we have adrenaline on our side. Yeah, this enemy is particularly annoying. He will gain intangible every other turn, and usually it's a turn that he's doing a very powerful attack, so gotta love that. We're gonna play Choke, Strike, Strike. And Intangibles is interesting simply because, and I can't remember if Intangibles has been featured on this Let's Play or not. Once again, I just always forget what I have played on this Let's Play and what I have not. So bear with me on that. But Intangible is an ability. I was about to say a card. It basically reduces all the damage that the creature or thing that has the intangible on it, all the damage that it takes to 0. Or not to 0, I'm sorry, to 1 for a turn. So that makes it very powerful. But it's irrelevant whenever the nemesis is dead. It made a creepy sound, actually, whenever it died. I think it's just because I never play this game on headphones. So, pardon me for just a moment. Hydration break. And that is not bad. 3 shivs into my hand. We'll just have to consider that, though, whenever we're facing the Time Lord guy. Oh, we will see how this goes. That might be very useful, actually, because of the thing's ability. I'm just trying to think ahead. I really don't want to add too many more cards because our deck is huge, but we might as well. Might as well. I'm not going to go by the store. Well, yeah. It eliminates the chance for another combat, just in case. Of course, I'm thinking too much like other runs. Right now, I'm at a pretty good place where I haven't really been taking all that much damage at all. See? Naturally, that question mark was a combat. How do you like that? Not at all. We will take slight damage, but it's okay. Mainly because I have my own sinister purposes with eliminating this fellow. Get rid of him. Adrenaline. Masterful Stab. Quick Slash. Adrenaline. We've already choked that horrible little thing to death. We'll just keep on adrenaline up until we find another attack card. Or until the letter opener kills it. So, man, guys, I'm almost speechless. It's just like how quickly we've been just blowing through this run. But once again, we'll just have to see if we can carry us all. I can't even talk. I'm just like, part of me is just like, holy crap, this is awesome. The other part of me is like, oh my gosh, oh, this is nuts. I just don't even have the words. We're just gonna shiv. Hopefully shiv a lot of these creatures to death. Gonna do adrenaline. Adrenaline again. We'll go ahead and stab him with the finisher just to get rid of him. I believe that this boss is called the Reptomancer. Yeah, we want to go ahead and kill this thing as quickly as we possibly can. I mean, really, that's the name of the game with all the combat. Oh no, my hand is full! I'm gonna have to actually start playing some stuff, you know? I mean, it's not like I didn't have the spare energy for it. Quick Slash, strike, more adrenaline, strike him again, more adrenaline, and a strike, and a more adrenaline, and strike, and all the choking and everything that's just going on incomprehensibly at once. It's just utter chaos, and it's wonderful. And I think this finisher will absolutely... and it'll absolutely annihilate it. The finisher, I think, is going to be, hopefully, the key to help me win against that thingamahoozit. It'll only be able to use it a max of, it'll only have like 12, or I guess technically 11 attacks, if we're really that lucky. Oh, man, this is going to be interesting to see how this goes. I just don't know, guys. I'm really not confident. I've only beaten that, the Time Lord boss, like, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. And that's on my personal save file. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade. You know, we're only short for 3 HP. That's really not bad at all. We're trading up to 2 cards. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade that. That way, if the thing does skip our turn, we can retain some adrenaline to hopefully kill the creature. And we're just going to keep on trudging forward. Yeah, once again, if you guys have suggestions, if you like, or if you want me to do anything with my commentary, if you want me to slow down a little bit, you want me to speed up, I am open to either option. Just let me know. I'm pretty much an open book. I quite enjoy this game, and I quite enjoy making these videos for both you guys and my own amusement. It's definitely a lot of fun. This game is so well constructed. And it's definitely one of my favorite games. Definite favorite roguelike, as I have said several times, but it's just so daggone good. I really don't want to get stabbed by all these things, this thing's spikes. And I have a feeling that's going to happen with Finisher, is that every time that I slash at it, it's going to deal that damage to me. And I really want to avoid that as much as I possibly can. So we'll choke it once, and just keep on playing cards, I guess, until it decides to kick the bucket. And there it goes, right after that. Yeah, this build, man, if only this could happen in the real game. I mean, maybe in a ridiculous set of circumstances? I don't know. I think it might even be impossible to have this many adrenaline in our deck. Just go max HP. We're just going to essentially become a tanky silent, which is an interesting prospect, if I do say so myself. We're going to open the chest, get 25 gold, and the boot. Not too bad. And the boot is whenever you deal 4 less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. And we're going to go to this question mark. It's a combat, naturally. Why would it be anything else, right? We immediately have Masterful Stab, which I intend to use. Masterfully. Strike. That way it gets the exploder out of there. We're going to shiv this guy. Get some extra damage because of the boot. Also, very nice. Well-laid plans. Don't necessarily need that one. We're going to defend up. So that we can actually attack this thing without fear of getting hurt. Defend again. Adrenaline again. Quick Slash. Oh yeah. Sometimes I just get these sound effects and things going in my head. Maybe not all in my head, but sometimes I might make the sound effects out loud. My apologies, but dagnabbit, man, I just get so into it. We're gonna choke. That way he's taking passive damage each turn. And it's, every time we play a card, it's just damage, damage, damage. And boom, just like that, choked to death. I think this is definitely a really good synergies combo of just having the adrenaline and the choke. That way it just keeps on taking damage after damage after damage. Ah, did I mention I love this build? We're going to go ahead and yeah, just keep on rolling with the max HP. We are almost to the end of the run. Daggone, guys. Oh, yay. The Transient. I most certainly do not like this enemy very much at all. We might be able to kill him for all 999 damage. I don't know if I want to attempt to do that or not. That's a lot. So we'll just Masterful Stab for now. Strike. Quick Slash. To get another card draw. Sucker Punch. Poison Stab. Adrenaline. 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 And adrenaline. Alright, here we go. Choke. Masterful Stab. Adrenaline. Just could make a nice, little nice song, I guess. We're dealing a lot of damage to this guy, though. I've never seen so much stacks on a single enemy before. Isn't that nutty? Yeah, we're going to see how much we can build the finisher card up to. If we kill this thing in one turn, I will be so incredibly, like, flabbergasted. I just don't know if I can even have a proper word to express, like, how I would feel about it, because we've already done over 250 damage to this thing in just this turn. That is nuts. We've used up almost all of our energy, though. So definitely want to take that into consideration. My gosh. Let's just do that. We'll do a finisher, you know. This is going to take forever, because every single time we're attacking him, it's just debuffing him like crazy. We got this thing down over a third of its HP in one turn. All things considered, this is nuts. Oh my gosh. I'm just so taken aback. This is incredible. And we're just going to go choke, you know. He's taking 15 damage every single time we play a card. And speaking of playing a card, we have finally exhausted almost all of our options. That's really sad because we could have gone no energy. No energy potion. Yeah, I mean, his attack is 0 anyway, so he just... Oh, man. But I just don't know how viable this is going to be going forward in this lovely little fight here. We will see how it goes. Shiv him. Shiv him. Shiv him again. Quick slash him. Man. Yeah, if it would be any fight, it would definitely be this one, I think, that would prove to be a little bit tricky for us. We definitely could have used that retain card before. Oh my gosh, we're actually getting to the end of our deck. How insane is that? We're gonna do adrenaline, just you know, just because. I have adrenaline. Quick slash, just because we have a lot of our adrenalines going back into our draw pile because of one of our relics that we picked up earlier. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, it's not too shabby. I do like it. Yeah, so many adrenalines still left, even after all that. So we're going to strike. And do another adrenaline, but we have to be careful because we are running out. Let's just go ahead and do a finisher. Yeah, I think we might actually kill this thing before it has a chance to disappear. This enemy is interesting where it does disappear after so many turns, but you have to be extremely careful because it will hurt super, super badly if you're not prepared for it. And Masterful Stab, just because, you know, why not? Yeah, 2/3 of its insane HP bar down the drain, just like that. Let's keep a defend, just in case. Man, this calls for another hydration break. Absolutely nuts, guys. I'm loving this. Alright, we're going to go ahead and choke. Shiv, and a 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 shiv. It's you get a shiv, and you get a shiv, and everybody gets a shiv. Okay. Let's just go ahead and strike. We'll keep Sucker Punch and defend. This thing is rapidly running out of HP. Hopefully we'll be able to kill it before its attack goes up way too much. We'll just have to see where it goes. Shiv, and a shiv, and a shiv. My apologies, like I said, if my commentary is getting obnoxious. I can stop and just let the gameplay speak for itself for a little while if you guys would like me to, at least in future runs. I can't necessarily get the input live because I'm not recording live, obviously. But yeah, I'm just enjoying myself, and once again, I hope you guys are too. Such a great game, this game. And that's all I have to say about that, I guess. We'll just keep stacking up the adrenaline, Masterful Stab. The amount of tax, the amount of HP that this thing has is too dang high. Let's go Sucker Punch and just bring this home with a finisher. I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill this thing this turn, but daggone, we have come so incredibly close if it is not sufficient to kill it. 43 HP left. Goodness gracious. We're going to do choke. We're going to do defend as well. That way you just have an emergency defense contingency just in case if something goes horribly wrong. Yeah, man, this is absolutely nuts. Loving this. We're going to choke immediately. And yeah, this will be the end for this thing. After a legendary battle of attrition, I think that's the first time that I've ever actually killed that thing, and you get an achievement for doing that. But alas, achievements are disabled. Oh, man. But yeah, this definitely harkens back to the concept that I usually like to drive home when it comes to this game. That it's just like, you know, play to a build, decide early what you're going to do based on which cards you get, and just keep rolling with it. Usually the game is fairly good about being generous enough to supplement cards or relics that kind of will let you go what you might be going for. You just have to be flexible as well. It's just, once again, so hard to recommend tips for this game. Such an interesting game, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and upgrade. At this point, it's almost arbitrary. Let's just upgrade another finisher. That way it just gets all the more deadly. We have one last opportunity for a shop, so it better be a good one. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain. I don't think we'll be obtaining any more curses. Unplayable status cards. Yeah, that actually might work. No bursts. Okay. We're going to do that. So each time we use one of our lovely potions up here, we get HP. And then, medical kit. Sure. Yeah, that way if we happen to get a status card from boss, I think he gives a status card. I can't remember. I don't face him incredibly often, which is interesting. We're going to go ahead and leave. Go to our next combat, our last technical normal combat for this daily challenge, guys. I think we've been making excellent time, and we'll see if the boss is as kind to us as well. We will have to see. We're gonna shiv these guys to death. We're gonna lay a choke on you there in the back. So every time that we play a card... Oh, yeah. My mistake. Choke is technically a debuff, so he's not taking any damage whatsoever, since he has an artifact. I can't be going so hastily that I neglect to pay attention. That is definitely a no bueno, so we're going to hit him with a Masterful Stab. Hit you with a Sucker Punch. Do an Adrenaline. Do another Sucker Punch on this guy. I honestly should have been Sucker Punching the Spheric Guardian there. So let's just do that. That way it gets rid of all of his artifacts. That way if I get another choke, I can use that on him. Just like right now. And oh heck, let's just be ridiculous. And boom. Just like that. Once again, we're really going to have to slow down and pay attention to our strategies going into this last fight. Do we just rest to get 3 HP? Especially if we're going to heal whenever we get a potion. Yeah, well, I'm probably going to potion up a little bit before we even get into the fight. So we're just going to upgrade. We're going to upgrade that final finisher that we have. This could be very useful for us. Alright, gang, here it is. It is time to put our build to the ultimate test against, I think, the boss that is probably the most well-equipped to fight our build. The Time Eater. That sounds way more metal than Time Lord. Sorry, Doctor Who fans. I'm gonna go ahead and start shivving up. And we may want to consider applying some debuffs to this guy. Just simply because he is super strong. So far, we're rolling out some decent damage on him. Let's go ahead and do well-laid plans before our turn would end. He's at 8. That way we can retain a card or two. Masterful Stab. Do we do Finisher? Finisher sounds like a good play. And then he's going to end our turn, but we did a lot of HP damage on him on that, so we only get to pick one card to retain, so let's make it an Adrenaline, just in case. That way we can just keep our cycle going and hopefully kill him. Company. Try to go for a creepy voice there. Well-laid plans. Yes. Poison Stab. Also, yes. Sucker Punch. Yes. Our damage output is decreased. We're going to Sucker Punch him again. We're going to choke him. We're going to do Adrenaline. Masterful Stab. We're going to Poison Stab him. Now, once again, just see how antithetical this guy is to our build. It's ridiculous. Do we do Infinite Blades so we can get a shiv in the hand? Sure. I'm hesitant about that. But we get to keep 2 cards. Oh, we should have been using our potions. I was talking about potioning it up, but this would actually be a good time to do that since we took some damage. He's going to reduce our card draw. It's not optimal here, folks. Not going to lie. Going to drink our Dexterity Potion. Going to throw an Explosive Potion just because he might be trying to heal before too long. Let's go ahead and choke him. That way he's taking some passive damage. Give him the boot. Shiv him. Sucker Punch him. We're running out of energy pretty quickly. Do we have enough? We could do Finisher for 0. It's not a bad idea. How many would that be? Might tell us. I don't know how many attacks we played this turn. Probably not a whole lot to make it extremely justifiable, but let's just do that. Let's drink. Finisher. Yeah, 5 attacks. Not too shabby. I think he's going to try to heal from forever money. Let's go ahead and drink Entropic Brew. That way we get all new potions and more. Oh, yeah! We'll go ahead and use Ritual as well. Caw, caw. It's my turn to do caw, caw. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Intangible will be really useful. I actually have a really good feeling about this fight, guys. He's already down pretty far. He might try to heal, but we have so many cards going in on this dude. Yeah, he's going to try to heal right here. Little fart knocker. But it's okay. We're going to choke him. It's always a good thing. We'll stab him. Once again, good thing. Stab again. Now, we don't have as much card action to go on this time around. Let's go ahead and bring it in with a Poison Stab. He will be ending our turn. Very regrettably, just because of that annoying ability that he has. But we have the option to retain 2 of our Adrenalines. He's going to heal for some HP, unfortunately. Oh, halfway up again. But it's okay. It's okay, gang. We will be fine. Hopefully. We'll see how this goes. We're going to strike him. We're going to shiv him. We're going to strike him again. We got plenty of Adrenalines to keep us company. Our strength is multiplying. We're going to go ahead and do Infinite Blades just because. We're going to do all sorts of stuff, man. We might drink an Intangible just to completely negate that incoming damage. Yes, well a plan. That way we can keep our cards, you know? Let's go ahead and drink Intangible. Just so that we're not taking that ridiculous amount of damage. And we're just going to hit him 5 times for 50 damage. He's going to increase in strength, unfortunately. But it's okay, because we get 4 cards. We'll just stick with 3 for now. 3 Adrenalines should be plenty. Enough card draw. I think we will have enough to take him down, because I think he only heals once. And that's fine. Ooh, that's really going to hurt. But don't worry, we're going to choke him. We're going to shiv, and a shiv, and a quick slash, and a regular strike, and an adrenaline, and another adrenaline. We're going to masterful stab the heck out of this guy. We're going to shiv him too. Oh, guys, this is it. Finish him. We didn't even need to play Finisher, because with the choke, we have managed to, once again, at the exact hour mark, actually, if you look at that, we have managed to reign victorious over the daily challenge. Thump, 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 thump. A deep, pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the Spire? The source of this evil? You prepare your daggers. You deal 1,053 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but ultimately is still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? You feel that you have dealt a total of 14,924 damage to the heart, and a total of 636,643,707 damage has been dealt by all who have challenged it. The heart pulses louder and louder as your consciousness fades. Victory? Well, of course it's a victory. We're going to count that as a net win. And, ooh, that actually still counts as experience for the Silent. How about that? So we got a new unlock out of that. I'm just looking at the little achievements that we had for points. Combo 25. Not too bad. We defeated 2 bosses without taking damage. Guys, this has been absolutely awesome. We've unlocked some new potential for the next time that we run with the Silent. Man, what a good daily climb. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had an incredible time. Next episode is going to be The Watcher. I'm probably not going to record it today, but probably my next day off, which will be this coming Wednesday. In the meantime, keep on watching my channel just for Slay the Spire updates. If you have any suggestions, just leave them in the comments. If you like what you see, hit like. And hey, if you want to see more of it, hit subscribe and make sure you ring that bell so you're getting notifications of whenever I post a video. And once again, thank you very much. This is White and Nerdy Man signing off. And you have been watching Slay the Spire Daily Challenge.